Hello friends, this is Angel Soriano. Today I locked myself in my car and I will take you through the process of how quickly the temperature changes in just a few minutes in this segment of Daily DogMan. Thank you for tuning in to our segment today. Remember to subscribe to this channel and hit the little bell button to receive notifications when we have new releases. Please give us a thumbs up and add a comment if you like what you're seeing. That little bit helps us so much more in putting material together for you in the future. So as I mentioned earlier today, I wanted to personally feel the agony of being locked in a car with the rising temperature. So the car is normal right now. Most importantly, I wanted to show you how easy it is to lose control of a situation that we all thought was safe at the time. This may be a bit melodramatic, you may say. However, I do think it will illustrate my point much better than words alone. So as I sit here in my car in a perfect 72 degree or so, about 72 degrees, I wanted to simulate what happens. The temperature outside is about 80, I think, today. I wanted to simulate what happens if my dogs were in the car and my AC was not running or died for some reason. So the car's running right now, the AC is on high. Sounds safe, right? So a typical trip for me to go into a store if I wanted to leave my dogs in the car, which I don't, it ranges between 15 minutes and about 45, and that depends on whether I go in for food and clothing, which I don't enjoy, or if I go in to get some really cool stuff, right? So let me simulate my vehicle dying right now, okay? So again, we're sitting at 72, and let me kill the engine, okay? And let's see what happens. So let's see the time. I want to make sure that I'm following time frame as well. And I'm going to start my timer, and there it is. Okay, so we shall see how fast the temperature changes in this vehicle. So simulating AC failure, the temperature in the car earlier I mentioned was about 72, 73. The outside temperatures, I think it's 80 or 82 degrees today. It's not super hot. We will now see what happens over time. By the way, I've watched some other videos in the past where people do this, except they do it in the heat of summer, and it's a bit more dramatic and a lot quicker to get to the point. But I think this is going to illustrate it a lot better because people are willing to do this in more normal temperatures, and they will not do it in hot temperatures. I want to prove to you that this is bad as well. So this segment is being done in a spring day in the middle of May in the middle of the Midwest. So heads up. I want to tell you a really quick story while this vehicle is heating up. I heard a number of people now over the years say that it's okay to leave their dogs in the car while the car is running because they're doing this and they're doing that and they're safe, right? So it sounds all good. Of course, I just killed the engine here in this vehicle to see what would happen. But everything is fine until your air condition fails. Okay, so my personal example, about 3 weeks ago, I had an unexpected breakdown in my air conditioner in my SUV. Something broke and it caused my AC to suddenly stop working. You know, no big deal, primarily because I do not leave my dogs in the car, okay? It was surprising, however, that the AC would break in a vehicle that is only 3 years old, right? But it perfectly illustrates my point that anything can happen and will, and guess what? If this happens and your dogs are in here, the outcome will change things forever. So that right there gave me the inspiration to put this video together, and here we are. So by the way, the AC is now fixed and is running, you know, nearly $800 perfect. So let's do a first checkpoint as we're talking here. I don't even know. I think we're only 2 minutes into this. But guess what? It is 76 degrees. Kind of cool. Not cool, but anyway, that's what's happening. So we'll come back. James will edit this stuff for us over time, but we'll come back every 5 to 6 minutes and give you a couple of second, checkpoint and see how this is going. All right, so this is our first checkpoint. It's been about 5.5 minutes, according to our little timekeeper here. And interesting enough, our little mechanical device here is showing that we are sitting at 88, nearly 90 degrees already. Okay, this has been in 5 minutes. So I'm sweating. I'm not really bad. I am uncomfortable right now. I'm sweating. I just noticed that my pulse was up, and that's unusual for me. So I don't know if it's as a result of heat. It's sitting at 84. Normally I sit in the mid-70s, so I have no idea what the deal is, but I'll keep an eye on it now going forward. But it's uncomfortable in here. My breathing is fine. I'm not weird. You know, I'm not weird in any way. Mentally, I feel okay. But we'll see what happens. We'll check back here in another 5 or so minutes. Alrighty folks, it's been about 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 50 seconds that I've been stuck in this vehicle without the air condition running. And let's see what our little handy thermometer says. 102, 104. 104 degrees in here in 10 minutes of no AC. So I went inside the store, I left my dogs in the car running with the air conditioning. My air condition failed on me, or the engine failed on me. And in 10 minutes, by the way, my shortest visit, like I said, is probably the food store because I hate going there. And you know, it's typically about 10 to 15 minutes. And the temperature in here is 104. Now, relative to other bodily functions, let's see, where am I at? Darn it, my steps, okay. My heart rate is not any higher, it's still about 84. Which again is higher than it should be, but it didn't climb between the 5-minute checkpoint and now. So we'll check again in another 5 and see what happens. Alright friends, this is the 15-minute checkpoint. It's 15 minutes, 20 seconds since I started doing this thing. It's been miserable in here. And it's miserable to the tune of 100 and, let's see, 12, 14, 16. 116 degrees in here. I'm sweating. I'm not doing well. Certainly mentally I feel stable. As stable as I was when I started, which is not saying much. And let's see, my pulse is down to 77, which is normally where I have it, so I don't know. It's not affecting that one bit, but I am sweating more than obviously I should be, and it's miserable in here. And temperature outside again was, when we started, was about 80 or 82, so you can see how it pronounces, right? Out of control. So, all right, I will do this for another 5 minutes and see what happens to our deal here. I don't know how much longer I can go because this is getting really, really uncomfortable in here, but we'll check back in about 5. right, friends, it's been 19 minutes and I'm going to get out of this vehicle. It's kind of miserable. My phone, we were shooting with 2 cameras, the GoPro, which is still running, and my phone. My phone stopped working because it overheated. Imagine that. Temperature, over 120. We don't have enough numbers on this thing, okay? I am sweaty. I am not doing well. Let's see, pulse is 80. So the pulse hasn't varied very much. And it's just uncomfortable, so I don't want to do this anymore. I will close on this segment here outside, okay? Thank you. Well, folks, the temperature in the car went from 72 degrees to over 120. That thing gave up at 120. Bodily functions, you know, I can't say that affected me a great deal, but guess what? A dog does not sweat. I was able to sweat. A dog can't, and, you know, think about it. This is a short visit. How often do you go away even further than that? So my coaching is the following. Do not leave your dog in the car with the AC running thinking that's going to be safe, because stuff happens, and when it does, your dog's going to be hurt, right? So don't do it. Certainly, I don't need to say don't leave the dog in the car, period, at any given day, unless it's winter. If it's winter, you're probably fine. But anyway, play it safe. So, friends, there you have it. This is Angel Soriano, barking back at you on Daily Dogman. If you like this video, please help us out by subscribing to our YouTube channel. We also appreciate your comments if you have them. Remember, there are 3 ways of keeping in touch with us. 1, you can email us at dogman@myk9u.com. 2, you can sign up to our email list at myk9u.com/askthedogman. And 3, you can subscribe to this channel by hitting the subscribe button. You can find all of this information in the comments section below. Thank you.